It's the end of the week, and so it's time to take out the trash. My garbage person of the week is really a group, but I am gonna choose one person as a representative of it. It is going to be Ted Cruz. And really it's for the people who willingly accept complete misinformation and then refuse not to learn from it. So Ted Cruz, he tweeted out a tweet that said the left is beyond parody. In a screenshot of an Atlantic article saying the evolution of white supremacy, basically saying that if Muslims don't want pornography taught to their kids and they're white supremacists, and like it's a whole big mishmash, supposedly written by Abby Olheiser. The issue is that that article is not real. I don't mean that his interpretation is wrong. I mean, it doesn't exist. It was made up. It's a photoshopped article, and he was so incensed by this that he had to tweet about it. He just wasn't incensed enough about it to actually like look for the article and read or anything. And as a result of that, what do you think happened in 2022? Abby Olheiser, who is an actual person, if not the editor of that article, has received a ton of hate messages and all of that. She tweeted, "It's for sure good and normal to wake up to DMs calling you a groomer because some MAGA S poster photoshopped your byline onto a fake article for a publication you haven't worked for in a decade." And we have some examples of people who were so frustrated by what she has already identified as a fake article. That is what these people are replying to. One person, "I believe the article to be real." It's not, but they're pressing on with their life. "Yeah, but it has a truthiness to it, but it rings true, does it? It has all the earmarks of an article you would have written." Or how about "Jew is whiny news at 11." She's the victim of a complete and utter lie. These people know that and are giving her more hate. She already received tons of hate just based on the Photoshop. Now, in response to her identifying it, they're attacking her, putting the crazier thing is your articles are so bad, people could think the fake ones are real, or calling her a clown when she has done literally nothing wrong. The issue with these people is that at the end of the day, they don't care whether it's real. They're not interested. They weren't incensed by it because they thought it was real. They just want to be mad. They want to hate her and the groomers or whatever. They're not interested in whether it's real. I can actually prove it. She was responded to by Herb Brooks, who says, "This you," with a screenshot of a different article that she wrote called "In Defense of Naked Joe Biden." So the idea there is that we don't have to listen to her identifying that she is a victim because she's written clownish articles in the past. Except she didn't write that one either. That's a Photoshop too. That is a real article, by the way. It was written by Connor Friedersdorf, who is a civil libertarian writer. But because he's a right winger, they Photoshop out his name and put her name in. So this guy responded to her complaining about harassment from people willingly spreading a fake article by spreading another fake article. And when Ted Cruz had it pointed out to him that it was fake, he eventually deleted the tweet and then didn't say anything for literally hours. And then in the end proved no better than any of these randos online, tweeting, "Didn't know it was fake. You guys are so insane. It could easily have been real, but it wasn't. And so I deleted the tweet as soon as I found out." No, you did not, okay? It took you a long time and a longer time to make this statement. And you are the problem. Your credulous acceptance of insanity is the issue. But the only thing he wants to reassure us is not that he's worried about the harassment he sent to this author. He doesn't apologize for that. If she got death threats or rape threats, he's not apologizing for that. He wants you to know that he is right to have spread it because we're all crazy. So it doesn't matter. He is assuring us he will learn nothing from this. There will be no evolution, just to be clear about that. Super fast. Unfortunately, we're very low on time, Ben, but what do you think?
I mean, unreal. And while we certainly have an over jailing problem in this country, I would be in favor of going to the homes of people who tweet replies like, "I believe the article to be real," when you can't find the article, or "It sounds real, so I'm cool with it," putting those people immediately in jail. You said you believe an article that you know is not correct. That's jail for you to think about. what you've done, or at least a very special place in hell. It reminds me of the just lack of thought processes on the right these days, like a tweet I saw this morning from Jim Jordan that said, when is the Jan 6 committee gonna finally tackle gas prices and inflation? Which I had to say, it's the Jan 6 committee, not the inflation committee, you dunk brain.
When is the NFL gonna start competitive skating? Well, probably not soon. They've got other stuff that they're working on. Yeah, no, I hate, look, Ted Cruz doesn't care any more than those other people do. They're not interested in what's true and what's not. That is a difficult thing to truly accept. I know that people like casually accept it, but to actually integrate it into your worldview, that the people that disagree with us do not care whether things are true or not, is significant. And with that said, those are our garbage people of the week, but 61,000 of you voted. Jesus, and here's your top 5 for this week. Coming in at number 5 with 5% of the vote is LA Council member Nury Martinez. So a little bit of an overlap with Ben Gleib there. Coming in number 2 with 8% of the vote is Tulsi Gabbard for obvious departure of the Democratic Party. Poor Tulsi Gabbard, even in doing this, she couldn't merit the top of our poll. Oh well. Number 3 with 11% of the vote is Tommy Tuberville for his racist rant on reparations. That was disgusting. Coming in number 2, your runner-up with 21% of the vote is Kanye West. No explanation needed. I think we all understand a few reasons. But no, 55% of the vote and your community garbage person of the week is Vladimir Putin for the missile strikes against Ukraine that intentionally targeted and killed civilians. Can't really disagree with that. Normally, we don't put people on this list who've done objectively murderous things, but once they're on the list, I guess, yeah, you kind of gotta vote for them.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.